Hey everyone, we're jumping right back into Battlestar Galactica with Season 1, Episode 11. This one's titled Colonial Day. I remember Colonial Day back in like middle school. We celebrated and dressed funny and stuff like that. So I'm very interested to see if that is what they mean by Colonial Day in this one. And maybe we'll get some more lore into the worlds and how they were formed and all of that. I'm not going to go too much into the previous episodes because I feel like I do that a lot in the outro. Plus, I'm just really excited to jump back into the next episode. I can't believe that there's only 2 more after this one. And I did notice that they're split up into like part 1 and part 2, which I think is really cool. Next week, we will be finishing up our time in season 1, which is super exciting, but also really crazy because I feel like I just started this show. Let's jump into episode 11.
The rest of these hostages go. We will leave this ship in your hands.
Okay, are we gonna see more of that? Zarek again? Cloud 9 luxury liner.
Live from Cloud 9, the most luxurious cruise ship in the fleet, it's the Colonial Gang. I'm James McManus, formerly of the captain.
Must be nice to be stuck on there.
It's the first meeting of the interim quorum of 12, which will coincide with Colonial Day.
Laura Roslin should be applauded for restoring the system
Give me a
of checks and balances.
break. Every delegate chosen so far has been a Roslin crony. Every edict this power mad school teacher will try and.
How can you say that when half the quorum hasn't even been selected yet?
Power mad.
Don't you see it? Gray orchestrated this whole publicity stunt.
Come on, Jim. Wallace Gray is no Prince of Darkness.
He is a fatuous gas bag who's made a fortune with kickback deals the members of this quorum have profited
Freedom of
from.
the press.
As we speak.
Madam President, fatuous gas bag would like 5 minutes of your time.
Dang, they were going hard.
You're gonna want to hear this.
Vegetarian have chosen the delegate for the interim quorum of 12. Who would have guessed it? Tom Zarek.
Oh my God.
Of course, being debated hotly.
Got quite a following out there.
Oh wow.
Tom Zarek incited a prison riot that resulted in kidnapping, attempted rape.
He blew up a government building and now he's gonna sit on the quorum of 12.
Wrong.
That's crazy.
Hello, Commander.
Can't allow a terrorist to sit in government.
Sagittarian law allows a prisoner to regain his citizenship once he's served his time.
I can bar him from traveling to Cloud 9 on that basis alone.
But the last thing I need is for you to start acting like my own personal goon squad. We need to
Yeah.
let this play out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The people who elected him, they don't really have a choice. Like she said, their hands are tied. He's a civilian now, and he's also loading a case full of pistols and bullets. So,
I will be a voice for those who have gone too long unheard by a government that serves only the privileged and the powerful. But Rosalind and her Confederates will no longer be able to ignore us. People of the fleet, look up.
oh, that's not him.
A new era is about to dawn.
Who's loading the briefcase full of... Okay. Something bad's gonna go down on that Cloud 9 ship. But that's why this is called Colonial Day. We're finally going to talk about the politics part of it all. It's time for, the people to speak. I don't know how to feel about Zarek. I talked to you guys about this as it was going down. I do think that he's dangerous, but he does have... I feel like he's for the people, right? That's his whole thing, is he's for the people. He wants the system to change now that this is as good a time as any to have it change and make it work more for the people versus, the military. And he's basically there to check the unchecked powers, which,
Hey, Doc.
yeah.
Good time, Trace.
Our shuttle leaves for Cloud 9 at 05:12 tomorrow, so don't be late.
Our shuttle.
Surprise getaway, just the 2 of you?
You've been selected as Caprica's delegate to the quorum of 12.
Me?
Oh my gosh.
Is this some kind of joke?
No.
Yes, you got the super genius vote. No accounting for taste. Congratulations, Doctor.
They're going to put him in some more power? No.
This is the only thing more boring than blood samples.
Oh my gosh. The blood samples that you're not even being honest about?
Parties full of young women, drawn to men of power.
But when the people call you myself.
Stop. Gosh. He's such a mess. He's such a mess. And now he's going to sit on the board too.
So why is Rosalind insisting on letting so many people come?
Well, I guess she thinks it's important for them to be able to observe how their government works.
No, Kara. Kara, get out! Give me that shit.
That is really nice. So I guess nobody lives on that ship, right? That's what they were saying. It got damaged, so they had to evacuate it. But now she's holding an event there. Is that the briefcase?
Will President Rosalind actually shake the hand of the man many still regard as a terrorist, or will she snub him and, by extension, all people of Sagittarian?
Oh, jeez. I don't think she'll do that.
My wife, Ellen.
Welcome aboard.
Starbuck Apollo. Zarek's here.
Okay. Don't know who that is.
You don't belong here, Zarek. Go back.
What did you say? He's not a murderer. He's a freedom fighter, all right?
Excuse me. Lay a hand on anyone else, and you'll be getting to know Galactica's brig. Enjoy your stay on Cloud 9.
Oh, I will.
He shook the hands with the guy that has the gun. And they're from Sagittarian. Are they planning to execute the president?
Ellen.
Call me Tom.
You're holding up the line.
Hope to see you again.
Why did you do that?
To get a picture on the front page of every half-baked newsletter and photo service in the fleet.
Oh my gosh, I really don't like her.
If I were to offer you my hand in friendship, would you take it?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Everyone's waiting. Oh, she even kissed him.
And I know today's agenda is rather large. In some cases...
Lia's not wearing any underwear.
Oh, don't be absurd. Really?
Stop.
No, she's only human.
Accept today's agenda as proposed.
I have a objection.
Oh.
The most critical issue of all is nowhere to be found. If, God forbid, anything should happen to you, Madam President, we have no designated successor.
Funny he should be saying that.
Sagittarian moves. First item on the quorum's agenda should be nominations for Vice President. Second.
Oh my goodness. This is why he
Now, there is only one man here. When I asked for his help, he sent a crew to fix the air filtration system on my ship while I was still waiting for the president's office to return my call. I nominate Tom Zarek.
Oh my goodness, he's been working hard to get on the people's side.
The nomination of Tom Zarek for the vice presidency has been accepted. The session is now adjourned.
Oh my goodness. And there's someone from Sagittarian ready to kill her?
Well, Zarek may have made some new friends in the last few weeks, but there are still plenty of people out there who hate him.
Don't underestimate Zarek.
Yeah.
He's charismatic and knows what buttons to push.
Yeah.
We need a candidate. Someone who will quickly win the delegate support.
An established name?
The gas bag?
You have kept this fleet functioning all this time.
No.
I cannot allow Tom Zarek to be one heartbeat away from the presidency, Wally.
You got me, Madam President.
We want to survive. We need to completely restructure our lives. We need to think about the community of citizens, the group, not the individual.
You're not interested in the citizens, you just want power. Hey, turn that crap off.
Oh, that guy.
Mr. Zarek is a representative of the people, and we are the people.
Well, you're people. Sort of.
Why don't you just move along out of here and go enjoy the imitation weather?
After you leave.
Oh my gosh.
Just now.
This is why I hate politics. They turn people against each other all the time, and I just can't. I'm so done. The world's in such a messy place that it's like, it's boiling up in me.
What the hell?
Oh my god. And it causes violence for no reason. It's just... because people are so... I mean, they have a right to be strong against one side or the other, but should it ever come to this? No. Is he gonna kill him?
Are you looking for this?
That was insane. And honestly, like, that's the only problem, not the only problem, but with Zarek, he has a great idea, and I totally get it. Like, why is the flower guy still working and slaving away every day to water the flowers? You know, I understand the system is changing. They're trying to survive, but what exactly is his idea, you know? Like, they're just all gonna stop doing what they're doing, just drink every day or lay out in the artificial sun every day? Who's gonna take care of the grass? Who's gonna take care of the flowers for that artificial sunroom? I don't know.
I can't fathom why anybody would want to help the Toasters. And they just happen to be twins?
You got a better explanation?
You think this island's could be messing with human DNA?
He's on to it.
Could be.
That was fast.
You know, if they were human clones, that means they're capable of complex emotions, maybe even love.
No human could do the things they've done. Kill billions of innocent people. You gotta be fracking silence. Just like the rest of them.
Her face.
I carry a lot of money. I need protection. The money's worthless.
Your friend Zarek pointed that out!
You're bluffing. You haven't got anything.
Like Zarek pointed out, we're living in a whole new world. There's no due process. So you might want to cooperate, or else you're going out an airlock.
You just came over here for the booze and the food.
You know what?
Oh my goodness.
I think you should send the entire Sagittarian delegation back to their ships.
Can't do that. Violates their civil rights. Plays right into Zarek's hands.
Yeah.
If you find anything that remotely connects Zarek to Valance, shut him down.
With four-year college degrees will be
How are you doing? We got Valance, and you're next.
I don't think you should have done that, but I mean, I guess they're just trying anything to look for answers on where he came from, why he's there with a gun.
So you're worried about Wallace Gray?
Whatever the people want is fine by me.
Everyone has an agenda. I know I do.
And what would that be?
Me, myself, and I.
That's clear. At least she knows.
It's my place and my husband's place in the future.
I'm looking for a friend of mine. His name is Valance.
So...
how the hell did this happen?
We gotta get to the president.
oh no, did he die? Oh no, he killed himself. Oh no, that looks really bad.
So you seriously believe that this school teacher is able to handle the job of president?
It wasn't suicide. Zarek had him killed.
Really? He really looked like he didn't know what was going on, but I mean, he packed that briefcase, right?
Leaders who have come from the most humble beginnings and have risen to meet the challenge posed by cataclysmic events.
If he can get to Valance, he can get to anyone. Madam President, he will definitely try and take a shot at you now.
Was it Ellen?
To make tomorrow better, not just for ourselves, but for our children.
But I'm going to win this thing.
Working with Adar, you were always so quiet, so polite. I never thought you'd fit in with the bare-knuckle, backstabbing politicians. I guess I was wrong.
What's her plan? He seems really disappointed in it.
Dr. Baltar, are you in here?
Why is she in the bathroom?
I heard you on the wireless. You were very articulate, quite engaging.
Yeah, I just trying to do my bit, you know, as the elected representative for Caprica. And,
Wait, stop. Is she gonna make him vice president?
Unfortunately, Mr. Gray dropped out of the race.
She is, isn't she? Oh my god.
I would be fortunate to have your intellect right by my side.
Under those circumstances, I accept.
Oh my gosh. The guy with the Cylon in his head. Oh my goodness.
Wow. What are you gonna do now?
His face.
Now I'm going to give you an exclusive.
Stop.
After you.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, she says she's not gonna lose the vote.
She says a lot of things.
They're both so beat up.
Do you have a problem with my hygiene?
You have hygiene?
I clean up good sometimes, right?
Well, let me know when it's one of those times.
They're always insinuating that she's so smelly. Like the Cylon too. Eva was like, you stink.
The vote is now 6-5 in favor of Tom Zarek.
Oh my gosh.
In the event of a tie, the president will cast the deciding vote.
Clearly it's Gaius, right?
I give you your new Vice President, Dr. Gaius Baltar!
Gosh, I really don't know if I feel any better about this pick. Like, I guess I do. Better than the guy that wants absolute chaos and anarchy, but...
Laura.
Yeah, we're like on first name basis now. Now look, I think the people need me.
Oh my goodness. His face?
So, the bum knee of yours is looking pretty good.
Wait.
What?
If you want to ask me, just ask.
That's an interesting compliment. Your knees look great.
That was very nicely played. Ah, one thing you should know. I didn't kill Alice. I wonder who did.
What? The only other person I could think of is like Ellen. Maybe.
To Baltar. Interesting choice.
Figured the devil you know.
You're still standing,
So are you.
and I can dance.
I keep wondering if like they're going to ever have a thing for each other. I think they just really respect one another, which is great. Definitely was rocky to begin with, but they've had moments. Like when she asked to borrow a book
I have a
and
surprise
stuff like
for
that.
Uh-oh. Should I be worried?
Yes.
What?
Later, my love. It can all wait until later.
What is she talking about? Oh my goodness. My gosh, he looks so obvious up there. But I guess you don't really look up, right? I was just saying, what if another one of... Oh my gosh.
Sure? We're still alive. Why nobody else?
Hello.
He knows what she is now. But I feel like Sharon like really does love him. Which is crazy because that means that Cylons are capable of love and will even go against each other, which is crazy. I mean, she killed a clone of herself for him and also killed that original 6 for him. But I thought that was all part of the ploy, all part of the plan. But then they ended up running away together. And yeah, I think that this Sharon's clearly in love with Hilo and wants to try to actually run away together. And I'm wondering if she's pregnant because every time she eats beans, she gets very grossed out and like starts gagging / throwing up. But wow, this episode was intense, mainly because of the politics. And I didn't mean to freak out. I just really don't love politics. I never really got super involved in them except for in high school. I started to really think about politics more, and I apologize. I didn't mean to go on like a little rant or whatever about how much I hate politics because it does drive people apart, and I know that it's a necessary part of life because we all believe in different things. There has to be a way for us to explain believing in different things, and I totally get that. It doesn't matter to me what side of the fence that you are on, but I wish that it wasn't a part of life sometimes. And I know that sounds silly and it maybe even sounds a little Zarek-y, but I don't like getting wrapped up into politics in real life because it's just unnecessary stress. I had a feeling that we would be circling back to, I mean, not Zarek. I didn't think we would be circling all the way back to him, but it makes sense. And he's been a free man now, and he has the same agenda. And I really feel like he was trying to assassinate the president in this one. Not 100% sure, but I feel like the end with Ellen and the Vallis thing, and I think that she killed him and Zarek paid her off to do it. And now that's why they're going on this vacation, and she's talking about, you know, Ty's future. And I'm just very nervous now for Ty because he's clearly involved with a snake. And I really don't like Ellen. And I do feel like that ending really tied in that she's the one that killed Vallis for Zarek. And yeah, but I can't deny that I really enjoyed how they played politics in this show. It's messy, even in space. It's messy, even in this show. And I get why Rosalind wants to legitimize her presidency and why she wants to make sure that Zarek doesn't get that seat. But what she did was also messy and manipulative. I mean, even her, you know, what was his name? Gray said it. I didn't think that you had it in you. I didn't think that this quiet mouse-like person could pull one over and, you know, get really dirty and get their hands into it. But that's what politics does. And it's very real to how real life politics goes, 100%. And I admire this show for, you know, keeping that real. But it is very difficult for me to watch because, I mean, as you guys can tell, I'm a little bit bent out of shape just because that's what politics does. And I choose not to really get wrapped up in it all because you can get very heated in all of it, which I understand how people can be so passionate about it. I just feel like there's other things that are more important in life than arguing over what side of the fence you're sitting on with your family at the dinner table or friends or people in the bar. I'd just rather talk about other things. But in the same breath, I feel like Rosalind kind of needed this a bit. She is the president, and if she doesn't make these big power play moves, she's always going to get walked on. And as a president, you can't be getting walked all over. That's a really bad look. And this put her into a really powerful position in my book, where she's actually willing to take those risks and willing to get her hands dirty to stand up for what she believes in. I admire her for that. But I feel like choosing Baltar as the vice president is a whole other can of worms that can be very dangerous. I mean, look at what he's done with the Cylon test so far. And this whole thing with Six and God, and he's obviously very sex hungry. And I just feel like he was a very interesting pick for vice president and definitely didn't put my mind at ease. But if Zarek was really trying to assassinate the president and get that powerful position, and he's blown up buildings, and it kind of sounds like he just wants everyone to do whatever they want to do, which is scary, then yeah, I don't have a problem with what she did. And Baltar was the only way for her to actually get that vote because he is so loved by the people. I mean, when you look at it on paper, he has saved the human race several times over, and he's this big science guy that everyone loves, and it makes a lot of sense why she would do what she did and boot Gray out and put Baltar in. But we know as viewers that Baltar is completely unhinged, so that makes things really scary, but also really interesting. This is obviously not the end of Zarek. We're going to see more from him. We're going to see it again when that re-election comes up, and he's probably going to play the long, quiet game, and we'll just have to wait and see what he has planned. If he was going to assassinate Rosalind, he's willing to do anything. You know, that's scary. So next week we will be finishing up our time in season 1. Things are getting wild. Baltar is now our vice president, and yeah, I can't wait to see how they're gonna wrap all of this up. Hilo obviously knows that Sharon is a Cylon. He's figured that out. He's actually really smart to figure out that whole thing with Cylons mixing human DNA and looking like us, and he figured that out all by himself, which is pretty incredible. But he saw a Sharon clone out there, and it'll be really interesting to see what happens to him in the rest of this season. If he can somehow escape, and if he can, where's he even gonna go? So I'm looking forward to seeing how they wrap that up. Looking forward to seeing how, you know, they're gonna wrap up the rest of the season. It's been a really, really interesting, intense, awesome season that I've really, really enjoyed. And the character arcs within it have been awesome to see too. I feel like this episode was definitely about Rosalind and her arc and how she is willing to do anything to stay in power and to do what's necessary to keep someone like Zarek out. Yeah, it was a really smart move on her part. Thank you guys for hanging out today. I will see you all next week in the final 2 episodes of season 1. I can't wait, but I will see you guys there. Bye.